Hey everybody, and welcome back to Horror Film Lovers Reviews. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and I've got a really fun show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about the little movie called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. So later on the Blu-ray Hunter, you'll see my A24 collection, and I talked about this movie and that I hadn't seen it. Well, I watched it like the day after I'd already done that. I've done that like uh a week ago. So I watched this movie like right after, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is basically about a group of friends. One of them, a couple of them are new to like the friendship group and stuff, and a bunch of them are like old friends. They've been friends since like forever, and they all hang out and it doesn't start out as your typical like horror film. Like typically in a horror film, there's like the murder in the first like 5 to 10 minutes. That doesn't happen here. It starts very arty. It starts very A24 like. So basically these two girls who are lesbians, they end up sort of they're going to hang out with these people and for the night and it's during like a hurricane. And so they end up going out there and it gets freaking crazy. So they decide to play a little game called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. It's kind of like Clue. Basically you pick a card out of it, you draw a card, and if it has an X on it, you're the killer, and you're the only one who knows you're the killer. And so they play the game, and one of the guys dies. And then if you see the body, you have to turn on the lights and say body, body, bodies, bodies, bodies. And there you go. Uh, However, two of them get into a fight and kind of lock away. And then, um, yeah, what's his name? I'm blanking right now. I shouldn't be. Pete Davidson. I knew it started with Pete. Pete Davidson. He ends up, basically, he ends up, you know, cutting his neck. Getting his neck cut. His neck is slit, and they wonder who did it. So it becomes like a murder mystery. And the problem is like bodies start dropping. One of them is murdered because of self-defense. There's another person who's murdered. Nobody knows who did it. And there's like, there's things happening. And it becomes very much like Tucker and Dale versus Evil, in my opinion, but sort of like an artsy version of that or whatever. I really liked it. I had a fun time. Um, I uh I thought all the girls had chemistry. I don't know if they like hung out together or knew each other, but they all seemed to really like have no it felt like they'd known each other for years. And they did a really good job. The director did a fantastic job, putting it all together, and the writing was great. I mean, there really was no problem with this movie. And I was worried about it because, it looks like your typical like slasher type thing, and you think there's a slasher in the house. It really doesn't go that way. I don't really want to spoil the ending, but I think I kind of did earlier. So, but it becomes this thing where like they're wondering what's going on, and they're kind of blaming everybody, and it becomes this idea that like, somebody gets murdered for real. Who are you gonna blame? Right? Are you gonna think it's one of the people in your group? Or are you gonna think it's somebody who's outside that's murdering everybody? Like, who is it? Who's the killer and whatnot? So it becomes this movie where I was very, very pleasantly surprised about. The movie itself comes with audio commentary by the director. Her name is Helena Rain. I think that's Regine. I'm gonna say Rain. And there's a documentary, and I watched some of it. It was called "Who Wants to Play Making Bodies, Bodies, Bodies," and it's a pretty good little mini featurette that I think you guys would get a kick out of if you buy the copy of the movie. Is it worth owning from A24? I think so. I mean, it's not my favorite A24 movie, and it's not even my favorite horror film from A24, but it's pretty good. Like it it was an interesting premise, and they just had a lot of fun with it. So I think all the actors, I think if the actors didn't have a blast like they did, I think it wouldn't have been as fun. I think the fact that everybody was enjoying themselves and having a good time kind of made it more fun for me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little thing, and hope you guys yeah, hope you guys check out Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere or if you can rent it or buy it. I would say buy it. I would honestly say buy the Blu-ray. Definitely worth having on Blu-ray. I think you guys would get it. Owning it is probably the best way. So, all right, hope you guys enjoyed it. And check next. I think this might be every week or every other week or every other Wednesday. It's gonna be either every Wednesday or every other Wednesday because I'm not sure yet. Kind of playing it by ear because I don't want to promise something and then just only deliver like one or two things. So it just keep checking this horror film lovers page and keep checking and seeing what I watch. I do want to do some more A24 horror films and stuff that I haven't seen yet. But not ones that we're planning to do for other shows. So all right, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this and I will talk to you later. Bye.